Beatrice is having a hard time connecting with her daughter's spirit, and she's connecting this difficulty with the imagery of her daughter being hurt and unconscious in the car. She's saying, I can't connect with her in that way. And as a starting place, want to explore that obstacle with her to understand better about maybe where she's feeling that, kind of affectively or in her body, but also to wonder about whether the manner of death or anything about how her daughter died is somehow connected to this difficulty. But Beatrice is also naming that she's feeling abandoned by the Santos, which are the deities in her tradition, and having just very general knowledge about her spiritual tradition. I don't claim to be an expert. Uh, I know that there's a lot of importance put on practices, rituals, and ceremonies around life events such as marriage, birth, death. And I wonder about whether Beatrice has been able to engage any of these practices around this particular event. I also know that there are practices in her tradition to help maintain the relationship with the Santos, and that the Santos then help the people that worship them. And so it becomes this kind of mutual relationship. And as someone who's part of an underrepresented spiritual group in the United States, I would wonder about, she's not let on to this, but it's something I would be wondering about, is whether she has access to community or other people who believe similarly to her, and or other resources to help her engage some of these practices, rituals, or ceremonies that both help around some of these major transitions and life events, and also help her maintain a relationship with the Santos. Because there might be some contextual barriers for her to practicing her tradition, her faith, her belief system in ways that are meaningful to her in this context.